Hello brothers, and welcome to Sigma Old Man channel. A man who chases women wastes his legs. A man who builds himself makes women run after him. Here's the thing most people don't get. 80% of romantic pursuits are one-sided, with one person doing all the chasing while the other sits back, enjoying the attention. But Sigma males, they're not playing that game. They've retired from the rat race of romance, handed back their membership card to team desperation, and decided to rewrite the rules. And the first rule, no chasing. Why? Because to a Sigma male, chasing isn't just undignified, it's downright inefficient. Why sprint after someone when you're busy building the kind of life people can't help but gravitate toward? It's not arrogance, it's strategy. And let's be honest, who looks cooler, the guy out of breath trying to impress, or the guy sitting in the corner with his quiet confidence making everyone wonder, who is he, and why haven't I met him yet? So what makes them so different? Why do they stand their ground while others wear themselves out running? Let's dive into why Sigma males never chase after women and why it works every single time. Number one, they're naturally magnetic without trying. Sigma males have a rare kind of magnetism that doesn't require chasing. It's the quiet, effortless pull of someone who knows exactly who they are. Their mystery, combined with their deep self-awareness, creates a natural allure that works without any flashy tactics. They're the type of men who walk into a room and turn heads, not because they're loud or trying to steal the spotlight, but because they couldn't care less about being noticed. That indifference alone is intoxicating to others. This isn't some carefully planned act, though. Sigma males aren't trying to be enigmatic, they simply don't crave validation. They don't overshare, they don't perform, and they don't beg for attention. Their authenticity speaks louder than any desperate attempt to win someone over. And that's where the magic lies. Women are instinctively drawn to the calm, self-possessed aura of a man who isn't scrambling for approval. When you're not chasing, you become the one being chased, and Sigma males understand this better than anyone. Their energy says, I'm not going to convince you to like me, I'm too busy living my life. It's a vibe that leaves others curious, even slightly frustrated, because people naturally want what feels just out of reach. It's not manipulation, it's confidence. Sigma males trust that if someone truly values them, they'll make the effort to meet them halfway. They don't waste time explaining their worth. It's evident in how they carry themselves. This unbothered, self-assured approach flips the script entirely, making women question their own actions. Why chase someone who doesn't need to? That quiet pull of independence does all the work, no sprinting required. Number two, they don't play by societal dating norms. Sigma males operate on a deeply rooted belief: the right woman will never require chasing. To them, relationships are about mutual effort, respect, and alignment, not convincing someone to stay or be interested. They see no point in exhausting themselves trying to win over someone who isn't naturally drawn to them. For a Sigma male, if it's not mutual, it's not worth his time. This perspective isn't rooted in arrogance, but in clarity. Sigma males know their value and have no intention of proving it to someone who doesn't already see it. They're the type who believe actions speak louder than words, and their actions are focused on building a meaningful life, not running after people. They don't believe in convincing someone to notice them or trying to fit into someone else's mold. If a woman doesn't resonate with their energy, they don't see it as a loss. They see it as a filter working exactly as it should. Sigma males also understand something most men overlook. When you have to chase someone, you start the relationship on uneven ground. The person being chased automatically has the upper hand, and that imbalance rarely works in the long run. Sigma males want partnerships, not power plays. They value women who meet them halfway, who recognize their worth without needing to be persuaded. By not chasing, they send a clear message. They're only interested in someone who chooses them as much as they choose her. It's not about games or strategy, it's about building something real. To a Sigma male, if a woman truly belongs in his life, she'll make an effort to be there. No chasing, no convincing, no drama, just a connection that's natural, equal, and effortless. Number three, they're masters of emotional self-control. Sigma males possess an extraordinary level of emotional self-control that sets them apart from most. While many men get caught up in the roller coaster of chasing, swings of hope, disappointment, and often heartbreak, Sigma males refuse to let their emotions be a playground for someone else's amusement. They guard their inner peace like it's a priceless treasure, because to them, it is. Chasing someone by its very nature opens the door to emotional vulnerability. It's the act of putting yourself out there, often without knowing if the interest is mutual. For a Sigma male, this kind of one-sided investment is not only a waste of energy, but also an unnecessary gamble with his emotional equilibrium. He values his mental clarity far too much to let fleeting attractions disrupt it. Stoicism is the foundation of their approach. Sigma males live by the principle that if something or someone is truly meant to be in their lives, it will happen without the need for chasing or emotional chaos. They don't dwell on rejection, and they don't spiral into self-doubt when things don't go their way. Instead, they calmly assess the situation, accept the outcome, and move forward with their dignity intact. This level of control is not about suppressing emotions, it's about mastering them. Sigma males don't deny that attraction or feelings exist, but they refuse to let those emotions dictate their actions. They won't grovel for attention, overanalyze someone's indifference, or lose sleep over situations they can't control. Their stoic mindset gives them the strength to remain composed, no matter how intense the situation. By holding their ground and staying emotionally balanced, Sigma males ensure they're never at the mercy of someone else's whims. And in doing so, they maintain the quiet, unshakable confidence that makes them so compelling in the first place. Number 4, they're intimidating to women used to being chased. Sigma males naturally disrupt the usual dynamics women are used to when it comes to dating and attention. For women accustomed to men chasing them, showering them with compliments, vying for their time, or bending over backward just to be noticed, a Sigma male is like stepping into uncharted territory. His calm detachment and lack of pursuit are both unsettling and magnetic. What makes a Sigma male so intimidating is his complete refusal to play the game. He doesn't fawn over women, doesn't seek validation, and certainly doesn't feel the need to prove his worth. This throws off women who are used to being in control of romantic interactions, where they can easily predict how men will act. With Sigma males, there's no predictable script, no chase to manipulate, and no easy way to dominate the interaction. This disarming approach forces women to question their own strategies. When faced with someone who doesn't react to their usual charms, they can't help but feel intrigued. Why isn't he chasing me? Is he not interested, or is there something more to him? That internal dialogue is exactly what sets Sigma males apart. They flip the dynamic without even trying, but make no mistake, it's not a tactic. Sigma males aren't deliberately trying to intimidate or confuse women. They simply prioritize their own authenticity over external validation. Their energy says, I'm interested in people who are equally interested in me. I won't fight for your attention, but I won't stop you from seeking mine either. This confidence can be unsettling for women used to being chased because it requires them to step up and meet him on equal ground. And that shift from being pursued to doing the pursuing is a challenge many find both daunting and irresistible. Number 5, they prioritize respect over attraction. For Sigma males, respect is non-negotiable. While the world is obsessed with fleeting attraction, they see through the smoke and mirrors and aim for something deeper. They know that attraction, no matter how intense, can fade over time. Respect, however, is the glue that holds any meaningful connection together. That's why they refuse to chase anyone who doesn't show them respect from the start. To a Sigma male, groveling or begging for someone's attention is a sign of self-betrayal. Why lower your standards or compromise your dignity for someone who doesn't value you equally? Sigma males simply don't play that game. If someone expects them to jump through hoops to prove their worth, they'll walk away without hesitation. For them, respect isn't something you chase, it's something mutual, freely given and earned through character and actions. Their approach is brutally straightforward. If there's no respect, there's no point. They don't care how attractive someone is or how much chemistry might exist. If a woman sees them as an option to be toyed with, rather than a person to value, they'll cut ties without a second thought. This isn't arrogance, it's self-worth. Sigma males hold themselves to high standards and expect the same from the people they allow into their lives. By prioritizing respect over fleeting attraction, Sigma males set a tone that commands admiration. They aren't swayed by superficial charm or temporary infatuation. Instead, they seek connections where both parties honor each other's individuality and independence. It's this unwavering commitment to respect that not only protects them from unhealthy relationships, but also makes them stand out in a world where too many are willing to trade dignity for attention. Number 6, they find desperation repellent in themselves and others. Desperation is a scent that Sigma males can detect from a mile away, and they want no part of it. Whether it's coming from themselves or someone else, desperation is a red flag that screams lack of self-worth, and Sigma males value their dignity far too much to engage in behavior that even hints at it. To them, chasing someone, whether out of infatuation, fear of being alone, or a need for validation, is a fast track to losing respect for yourself. They understand that desperation not only undermines their self-respect, but also hands over power to the other person. And for a Sigma male, nothing is more unattractive than voluntarily placing yourself in a position of weakness. They'd rather walk away with their pride intact than degrade themselves by begging for someone's time or attention. It's not that they don't feel deeply or care about meaningful connections, it's that they refuse to compromise their own value to secure them. But this doesn't stop at how they act. Sigma males also hold others to the same standard. They find it equally repellent when someone else behaves with desperation, whether it's someone clinging to them or trying too hard to win their favor. Desperation signals a lack of confidence and independence, two traits Sigma males hold in the highest regard. They're drawn to people who are secure in themselves, who don't need constant reassurance or validation to feel whole. By steering clear of desperation in all its forms, Sigma males maintain a level of self-control and poise that's both rare and magnetic. They'd rather lose someone than lose their dignity, because at the end of the day, respect for themselves is the one thing they'll never compromise. And that's precisely what makes them so compelling. Number 7, they see pursuit as a sign of poor compatibility. For Sigma males, the act of chasing someone is more than just a waste of time. It's a glaring signal that the connection isn't right. In their eyes, relationships should flow naturally, built on mutual effort and shared interest. If they have to convince someone to stay, engage, or care, it immediately tells them that this person isn't meant to be in their life. And rather than cling to something forced, they'll detach and focus their energy elsewhere, no second guesses. Sigma males aren't in the business of forcing connections. They see one-sided effort as a recipe for resentment and imbalance, and that's not a dynamic they're willing to entertain. If someone isn't naturally aligned with them, whether it's emotionally, intellectually, or otherwise, they'd rather walk away than try to make it work. To them, pursuit is an exhausting and unnecessary dance that only highlights poor compatibility. This belief isn't rooted in arrogance or indifference, it's grounded in self-awareness. Sigma males understand their own worth, and they recognize that the right people won't need convincing. The right connection will match their energy without them having to chase or beg for attention. They believe that when two people are truly compatible, effort feels mutual, not lopsided. By refusing to pursue, Sigma males make it clear that they value authenticity over appearances. They won't waste time on someone who only gives half-hearted interest or expects to be won over like a prize. Instead, they seek relationships where both sides are equally invested. For them, chasing someone isn't romantic. It's a sign they're forcing something that was never meant to be. And in their world, letting go of the wrong thing is how they make room for the right one. Number 8, they see women as equals, not prizes. Sigma males have a perspective on relationships that cuts through the fluff and games many people get caught up in. They don't see women as prizes to be won or challenges to conquer. To them, a relationship isn't some competition where the goal is to outshine every other suitor. Women are individuals, complex, capable, and independent, who either align with their values and lifestyle or don't. There's no need for elaborate strategies or constant pursuit. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, they move on with zero drama. This mindset is rooted in their deep respect for authenticity and equality. Sigma males view relationships as partnerships, not power struggles or ego boosts. They won't waste time trying to impress someone just for the sake of it. For them, the connection needs to be mutual, genuine, and devoid of superficial games. They're not interested in convincing someone of their worth or jumping through hoops to gain approval. If a woman sees their value, she'll meet them halfway. If not, they won't take it personally. What makes this approach so intriguing is its sheer practicality. Sigma males focus on building a life that's fulfilling, meaningful, and self-sufficient. They're busy pursuing their passions, growing as individuals, and creating a world that they're proud to inhabit. Relationships to them are about adding value, not filling a void or proving a point. This lack of desperation and their refusal to see women as objects of pursuit sets them apart in a way that's both refreshing and disarming. By treating women as equals rather than prizes, Sigma males eliminate the need for games, competition, or unhealthy dynamics. They know their worth and are looking for someone who knows theirs too, a meeting of minds and values, not a chase to the finish line. Number 9, they understand the power of absence. Sigma males understand something that many people fail to grasp. Absence is a powerful tool. They don't need to be constantly present or available to maintain their value. In fact, their occasional absence is often more effective than any attempt at constant engagement. They know that people value what they can't always have, and they position themselves as scarce by design. When they step back, they don't need to chase or act needy. Their absence itself creates a sense of intrigue and desire. This isn't about playing games, it's about respecting their own time and energy. Sigma males are highly selective about where they invest themselves, and they don't feel the need to fill every social moment or be constantly available. The simple act of not always being around makes their presence more significant when it does occur. It's not manipulation, it's self-awareness. They understand that being too available can cheapen their value and turn a meaningful connection into something commonplace. In a world where people often overshare or overextend themselves, Sigma males stand out by maintaining boundaries and by not chasing attention. They know that mystery creates magnetism. When you're not constantly in someone's face or competing for their time, you naturally spark curiosity. People begin to wonder what's going on in your world, why you aren't as available as everyone else, and whether they've missed out on something worthwhile. By embracing their absence, Sigma males ensure they're never taken for granted. They aren't desperate to be seen or heard at all times, and that subtle power shift makes them even more intriguing to those around them. When they do choose to engage, it's with intent and purpose, ensuring their presence is always valued, not taken for granted. Number 10, they don't need external affirmation of their masculinity. Sigma males operate on a level of self-assurance that makes them immune to the social pressures most men fall victim to. While many chase women as a way to showcase their desirability or prove their masculinity to others, Sigma males simply don't care. Their sense of masculinity isn't tied to public approval or external validation. It's an internal, unshakable force that doesn't need an audience. They define their identity on their own terms, and that's exactly why they refuse to play into the stereotypical, "look how many women I can get" narrative. For Sigma males, masculinity is about self-mastery, integrity, and staying true to their values, not about impressing peers or feeding egos. They don't need to parade around with someone on their arm to feel complete, and they certainly don't seek applause for their romantic choices. The validation they get comes from within, from knowing they are living life authentically and without compromise. This independence is both liberating and intimidating, liberating for them and intimidating for those who can't understand a man who doesn't rely on external approval to define himself. Their rejection of this validation-seeking behavior sets them apart from the pack. While others measure their worth by how much attention they can command, Sigma males find that meaningless. Their focus is on building a life of purpose and depth, not performing for the crowd. This quiet confidence is magnetic, making them stand out without even trying. In the end, they don't need to chase anyone to feel like a man. They already know they are one, with or without anyone's approval. And that kind of self-defined masculinity is rare, powerful, and utterly unforgettable. In the world of relationships, Sigma males rewrite the rules. They don't chase, they don't beg, and they don't play by anyone else's script. Their value isn't dependent on constant validation or desperate attempts to prove themselves. Instead, they let their actions, independence, and sheer self-respect speak for them. Sigma males know that the most powerful connections are built on mutual respect, authentic effort, and the understanding that absence can be just as powerful as presence. They don't need to chase women because they understand that the right people will come to them, not because they pursued, but because they were seen for who they truly are. This unique approach, where dignity, self-worth, and emotional control reign, sets them apart from the crowd. Sigma males are masters of their own narrative, and in a world obsessed with outward pursuit, they know that the most magnetic force is the quiet strength of knowing your own value. So, while others may scramble for attention, the Sigma male stands firm, knowing that the right people will align with him, not because he chased them, but because they were meant to be a part of his journey. If you found this insight into the Sigma male mindset eye-opening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join the community for more thought-provoking content that challenges the norm and explores what truly sets exceptional individuals apart. Stay tuned. There's much more to uncover, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Subscribe now and let's dive deeper into understanding what makes the Sigma male and other extraordinary individuals tick. Bye for now and see you in the next video.